Welcome back to On the Topic with me, Amy V. How are you guys doing today? So today's video is going to be so exciting. It is actually going to be a little tutorial doing this look right here. I posted this look on Instagram with the Emily Noel palette, the Emily Edit palette, the Once, and you guys definitely asked to see, or a few of you guys asked to see a tutorial, and I actually had already planned to do it anyways because it is fall season, my most favorite time of the year, because that means it's the most wonderful time of the year right around the corner. So anytime fall comes around, I'm eager to get those fall colors out. And normally I'm always going for the cranberry look. So this year I was like, you know what? This baby came out. I had gotten it for my birthday as a gift. So I was like, I'm going to play with the green. The greens were just calling my name. Like the green color in this palette, the corduroy color, they were giving me fall vibes, and so I had to use those colors in this tutorial. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is showing you this look that screams fall to me, fall colors, fall leaves, fall everything. So I love the way it turned out, and again, like I said, some of you asked for it, so I definitely wanted to post it for you guys. But the most exciting part of the video is the fact that this came out! The Emily Edit palette. She also came out with another one called the Once. This is, the Needs. This is the Once palette. This is the one with all the beautiful eyeshadows. And I know you guys seen it all around Instagram and YouTube. Tons of tutorials, tons of reviews. So I'm not, of course, not going to go into depth. We all know Emily is wonderful. I spoke about her on one of my videos in the beginning of starting my channel because she is, in fact, definitely one of the first YouTubers I watched. Her and another YouTuber, Coffee Break with Danny. They were one of the first people I ever watched on YouTube who had a part in inspiring me. She definitely played a part in inspiring me to start my YouTube channel. So I've watched her ever since for some years now. I love her just her character, everything about her channel, the way she reviews stuff. Like, I just love the way she just does her, she's so creative. Her content is just so amazing, so wonderful, raw, just natural to me. It's just like so informative. I love it. If you are not subscribed to her here on YouTube, you should definitely subscribe. You're definitely missing out because she's amazing at what she does. So anyways, so she did a collaboration with Makeup Revolution, which is an amazing makeup brand. I use all of their stuff. I definitely love that brand. And I think they picked a perfect fit in collaborating with her to do this palette, to do the palettes that she came out with. So to just kind of talk about the palette, so I just definitely want to say, although I know she'll probably never ever see this, or maybe she will, I don't know, but definitely congratulations to Emily. Well deserved. I'm so happy for you, and it couldn't happen to someone better than this. Like, I love it. Everything about this whole collaboration and it coming out was just, it was perfection to me. Like, I don't know about you guys, if anybody watched her reveal video, yeah, I'm just gonna say I was not laugh crying, I was bawling crying. It just touched me so much. It was so amazing to see her journey, and because I've been here for a lot, I've watched a lot of her journey, and just watching her family grow, like I said, so she's just amazing. So yeah. So anyway, so I'm not going to get in depth or anything because I know there's tons out there. There's tons of reviews and videos. I just get my little take on stuff all the time. As far as, you guys already know, if you've been here for a while, and if you haven't, welcome if you're new. I love eyeshadow palettes. Like, eyeshadows are just my jam. They're my thing. I love them, and a good foundation, of course. And what's the best thing is when I can find an affordable eyeshadow that works amazing. So this palette hit the mark for me. Like, okay, you get all these shadows in here, tons of colors and possibilities. That is what got me so excited about dipping into this palette, is like the possibilities almost feel endless in this palette. You can come up with so many different looks. I've been playing with it since I've gotten it. It's so amazing. As far as like that concept, got a huge mirror in here, and don't look at mine because mine is really dirty, because like I said, I have been putting this baby to the test. So I've definitely been playing with it. It does have a huge mirror, so I don't want to show you all my stuff back there, but that's the mirror. It's just beautiful. It's like huge. You could use it, as your mirror if you're getting ready, like in a hotel, or just, you're not in your normal setting and you got to get ready, like bam, this has you covered. Now getting into the colors, I love all the colors in here. I have used every single color in here already. I've played with them all and I love all of them. There is not one color in here that I can say falls short for me, doesn't do it for me, anything like that at all. I love every single one. And I'm giving you, this is my honest opinion on them. It has nothing to do with Emily, although I love her and I support her and I probably always will. She's amazing. But I'm giving you my honest opinion as far as the shadows go, the quality, and my take on it. I always look at price versus the quality, like what you're paying for. Am I getting a decent quality for what I'm paying, for the price that I'm paying? And as far as this, I think it's like $15.99. No, I'm sorry. This palette is $20. I apologize. $20 at Ulta and on their website, Makeup Revolution. But absolutely, positively worth every penny to me. In my opinion, I think it's great. One thing I will point out, for me personally, I think the mattes in this palette, the darker mattes, like you got these colors right here, corduroy, dark and early, even you've got apartment, I think Dues Paid, like these are the ones I use today, but you also have all these like Laugh Cry, Love Tons, and all those darker mattes. I find that what I love about them is if you are a beginner in makeup or a beginner in shadows and you're stepping out of your comfort zone with color and stuff, I feel like these with a brush go on pretty lightly. It gives a fair amount of pigmentation. It gives good pigmentation. But if you're wanting to take it up a notch and really vamp it up and boom, as you'll see in the demo and tutorial that I show you, I find for me personally, I love using my finger. Like, it's like, bam, there you are. The color is so vibrant and beautiful with the finger. It goes on perfectly. There's little to no fallout. I mean, there's some fallout, but it's very little, and it swipes away really easily like I normally do. It doesn't compromise anything down here in the makeup. Maybe you're one that does it before, and that's good too. But if you aren't and you're like me, where I love to do my entire face first, because usually I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do with my eyes, and I'm kind of deciding while I'm doing my makeup. So it definitely doesn't compromise anything else in the makeup realm. So all in all, I mean, the metallics in here, the mattes, they all are beautiful. I actually used, let me see. Let me open it because there's so many colors and so many names. I actually used Laugh Cry on my cheeks. Isn't that pretty? Yes, I did. So I don't know, ever since I did the Alamad Cosmetics tutorial, you have to go check it out. I use that entire palette doing my face, as far as my contour, cheeks, blush, highlight, eyeshadow, all of that. So it just got me more, prone to want to do that with all my palettes now. Anyway, so yeah, so I used, I actually end up using, like I said, Laugh Cry on my cheeks, and then of course the rest you'll see in the colors that I used for the eyes and all of that. So yeah, so this is what it came out to be. Absolutely, positively, 1000,000,000% on the topic approved. Absolutely, highly recommend. You will definitely not regret it. I think this is an amazing palette to go through a lot of seasons: fall, spring, summer, winter. Like, it's got, like I said, almost endless possibilities in this palette. You cannot go wrong with picking this up at all. It's got good pigmentation, blendability is amazing, as you'll see. Like, there's not even enough good things that I can say about the palette. I love it. I love everything about it. There's not one negative thing I can say. The packaging is beautiful, like everything. Emily did such an amazing job. I know she put so much thought into this, and I love it. And even the names, like the names are so beautiful to me. Just not a negative thing to say at all. And I wouldn't even say a negative thing anyway, but there was no cons in this palette for me at all whatsoever. So anyways, guys, so I'm going to stop jibber jabbering. I'm going to go ahead and put you right into the demo of me doing the eyes so you can see how I got that look. And yeah, and that is it. So please keep watching if you want to see that. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this and go right in and start this little demo tutorial. All right, so the first thing I did in the Emily Noel palette, of course, like I told you, I used all the colors from here. But the first thing I did was go in pretty heavy in the crease area with with Dues Paid. It's a pretty deep crease color. It's definitely packed with a punch right away. So I just definitely blew that out, and this is an M441. I'm using it by Morphe. I do have a lot of their brushes. I do enjoy them, the white hair ones. I really do enjoy them. But anyways, I'm just going in with that pretty heavily. I mean, it's like we're gonna get down to business. Like this color is like you're gonna get down to business. You're going right for it, and you're gonna blow that out pretty intensely. I blew it out pretty intensely in that crease area, just all over, blew it up. And as I came up, of course, you always know if you've seen me before do this. I go in pretty heavily, like right in the crease. I go in pretty heavily, and then as I come up, I just loosen or lighten up my grip and just kind of release the pressure so that it just looks real blown out at the top. And I come in all the way into the corner inside here and just all across there, just like that. Pretty blown, like almost, you know, you've only got a small window of color up there. So this is a color I took into the crease just like that. See how it's all blown, just like so I do that to basically both eyes. And then what I did is I went into the palette and I picked up Apartment, this color right here, Apartment. I picked that up on, this one is an M330. It's a little bit more tapered blending brush. I picked that one up right there. And this color I took right into the crease. Just right, and I really dedicated it right in the crease because there's going to be a reason for this color when we work backwards here in a moment. So I'm just gonna basically, it's almost like I'm drawing a border for myself, just putting that color right there into the crease area. The deeper mattes or the darker mattes, or really any of the matte darker colors, like not the ones that we would tend to use more towards for our crease area to blend, but more the ones that, you know, the more deeper, darker mattes in here. I have really rather enjoyed using those more with my finger. So that's what I did with this one. So what I did is I went into Corduroy, this green right here. I go right in. Now I'll do it for the sake of the video. I'm going to show you with the brush how it goes on, and I'm just going to use just like a flat shader brush here, dollar or cheap brush from HEB. I'm just going to go right in on the eyelid, and that's where I took this color. Just I kept it right on the eyelid, so you see, like, you can see it, it's there. It's a beautiful green color. Oh, I love this color so much. I'm always kind of scared to use green sometimes, but I was like determined to play with these greens because they were giving me some, especially this color gives me like woo, woo, fall vibes for real. So you see it's there, like it's beautiful, it's there, but when I go with my finger and I just kind of try to tap off a little bit and I go, there it is, I go directly with my finger, you're going to see like, look at that color intensity. I'm sorry to be scary. Oh my gosh, that intensity is like to die for. Like, does that not give you like fall vibes? That is like, I love that color so much. So you may be seeing corduroy throughout this entire fall season, so forgive me. But I love it so much with the finger. Like, bam, you got it, girl. It's like it shows up and it's like, here I am. Here I am. So anyway, so yeah, so if you are more of a, you know, I want to do soft, you know, look, or if I'm looking for that type of look with these more deeper tones in the mattes, then I'm definitely going to be using, you know, my brush, but because this look, I wanted it to be pretty vibrant and pretty like bam in your face. When I tried it with the finger, because I usually always will test shadows with finger and brushes, you know, but yeah, I'm like, yes, give me the shadow. I'll use my finger. I don't care. So anyway, so, and there is a tad bit fallout, but like always, you know, I always keep like a little brush with some powder and I just brush it away, and it brushes away pretty nicely. It doesn't, you know, compromise anything down here or anything like that. So now, as you always know, if you've been with me for a bit, you know that I like to work backwards. When I am working a blown out eye like this, smoky eye, this is my jam. Like, I know a lot of my tutorials can look alike because this is my jam. A smoky eye, I wear my eyes like this pretty much all the time. I love it. It's my jam. But if it is not your jam. Anyway, so how I usually work it is I will work backwards. So once I've laid that color down, I'm going to go right back in with that taper brush with that same color, Apartment. And then I'm going to come right in here and lay down some more color right there. And this color for me is to just bring these two in holy matrimony. It's like, let's get married. So this is to help them get married and holy matrimony. And then if I lose a little bit of that color intensity on the green, I just go right back in and just dab some more on there with my finger. So now what I'll do is I'll go in back in with Dues Paid very lightly. I will get a little bit more product on my brush, and I will go in really lightly right on top of that apartment to just try to blend it out and avoid any harsh lines. You really do need a good brush. I do enjoy these Morphe brushes. I really do. The ones with the white hair. Even this one too, the tapered one. I found these at Ulta, and that's why I picked them up. I genuinely wanted to try them. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be an expensive brush. You just need a good blending brush. And so these are pretty affordable. I think these are like $5 or $6. I have a few even that I purchased from, I want to say H-E-B, and I think I paid about $4 or $5 for those. So, I mean, just an affordable blending brush. Finding one that's nice and soft and just feels like a pillow that you're rubbing a pillow back and forth, a soft pillow on your eyes. So there's that. So, so you just keep, you know, blending to your liking. I might go in with a little bit more. I just blend it. I just want to see the diffused color and all of that go in there. And then what I did is I just took a brush like this, and I went in the cream. It's the lightest color in the palette over here in the corner. I use that color over here, up here by the brow bone, and I just kind of just lightly just went like that, just to kind of make it pop out of my brow, because you got some pretty intense colors there. So then after that, so what I did is I went in with the green. I used all the green colors in the palette. So I went in with Side Hustle, and we'll be using Grateful in the inner corner. So what I did, just to kind of bring it some more like boom. So what I did is I just took Side Hustle on my finger. You can take it on a brush too. It honestly, with the brush and the finger, I found that it went on the same exact way. Like there was no difference in the way it laid down. So I'm just going to use my finger because I just feel like I have a little bit more control as to where I lay it. And I just go in and tap it all over corduroy. Just like that. And it just gave it that little bit of glam that I was looking for as far as like sparkle goes. So yeah, so I just lay it down like that. So then at this point, I just took a little bit of Darken Early, and I just focused, this one I just focused like right on the outer V, just to deepen it up out here just a little bit. Just a tad, just to kind of deepen it up in that outer V, just like that. And then I just went back in, of course, and I'll just go ahead and reblend right there. And just like that. So it just kind of gives it some depth right there. And then I'll just go right back in with Side Hustle. And just dabbed it, just because I don't want it to be too intense and too dark. I definitely want those greens to shine and be beautiful. So then what I really did from there at that point is I went ahead and went in with my that little H-E-B flat shader brush. I'm going to take corduroy, and at this point I went right on the lower lash line. Just a little dollar flat shader brush from e.l.f. I went in with Side Hustle, and I'm going to go ahead and put that down there as well. Then what I did is to really blow it out down there is I went in with Dues Paid with a more fluffier flat shader brush, and I'm just going to go right underneath that. And then I also took Darken Early, and I came right over here on the edge of my lower lash line and just kind of added a little bit depth right there as well. So yeah, so once I go in with that and I'm done deepening that up, that's pretty much all I did on the eye. And then what I did after that is I just took my pencil brush. I go ahead and wet it with some of my Milani Make It Last setting spray. And then I'm going to go in with that light green Grateful in the palette. It's this color right here. That color is so pretty. It's like a minty, pastel-y, light, beautiful green. It's so pretty. So I go in with that on my pencil brush, and then I'm just going to take that right into the inner corner. It just goes so well with the look. It almost even, to me, kind of, you see a lot of gold in that. It's so pretty. I love it. It's so pretty. So that's pretty much what I did, guys. I mean, like I said, it was super simple, you know, nothing too crazy. It's just pretty much all the greens and then Darken Early. I'm not sure if that has any green in it or not, but all the greens in the palette in this eye, along with Dews Paid and blown out in the crease to kind of help, you know, blend those colors and things like that. But yeah, that's what I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off the camera, finish up my makeup. All right, guys, that is it. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you enjoyed this video and this tutorial. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, letting me know that you did like this and that we know to do more in the future on the eyes. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and click the bell, the bling, so that you know when I am here showing the spice. And be sure to leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have you tried the Emily Edits palette? Do you have the wants, the needs? Like, I'd love to know what your thoughts are and how you've been loving your palette as well. And also, be sure to follow me on Instagram. It is On The Topic with Amy V. I always post there as well whenever I'm trying new things, sharing things, just a little bit of everything on my Instagram page, because it's on the topic, guys. Like, hello, like whatever's on this topic. So be sure to follow me over there as well. All right, guys, you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.